Can I ask you though, Mrs. Seshadri Chari, today there was much talk of not just that this is a Ram moment or a civilizational moment, it's also a moment where India now will look forward to Ram Rajya. That's what Mohan Bhagwat, the RSS chief, also spoke about. Now, writing in Hind Swaraj in 1925, at 29, Mahatma Gandhi says, by Ram Rajya, I do not mean Hindu Raj. I mean by Ram Rajya, divine Raj, kingdom of God. For me, Ram and Rahim are one and the same deity. I acknowledge no other God but the one God of truth and righteousness. How does that fit in with how the RSS sees today as a moment of Ram Rajya?
Correct. Ram Rajya is Dharma Rajya. Ram Rajya is very much a Dharma Rajya, and what Mahatma Gandhi has said as far as Ram Rajya is concerned, his concept of Ram Rajya was of course this. I do agree with it. Ram Rajya is that. And Ram and Rahim are one for me. But those who follow Rahim, are they prepared to accept that Ram and Rahim are one? I am prepared to accept, Rajdeep. I am prepared to accept. I don't have any problem going to the mosque and offering prayer for 5 times a day. But will that man who says he is follower of Rahim, can he enter Ayodhya with the same kind of faith in this civilization?
No, but you seem to be reflecting some kind of a Hindu victimhood. You seem to be suggesting that for centuries Hindus were victimized.
I'm Rajdeep, this Ishwar Allah Tere Naam, Ram, Rahim and all is good for Hindus, for those who are already secular, for those who know what the faith is. But everybody has to accept this. Rajdeep, everybody has to accept it. Ram and Rahim can exist as long as Ram and Rahim are equals. If the moment the Rahim thinks that I am more equal than Ram, that I have the first right everything because I am a minority, because I am a religious minority, and I don't accept even one word of what you say in your books. But that is wrong, Rajdeep. That is wrong. But that was not the concept of Mahatma Gandhi.
Okay, but have we seen, Mr. Chari, the rise of the political Hindu, as opposed to some would say the Hindu truly who sees Ram from the point of view of faith? Is it about faith at the moment? I come back to it. Is it at the end of the day about an assertion somewhere of political dominance?
No, it is awareness. It is not political Hindu. It is aware Hindu. Hindu awareness is there. And Hindu assertiveness is there. So slowly from awareness, it goes to assertiveness. And when this assertiveness comes, there is a feeling among the Hindus, and what you call the, you can say, the Hindu feels that he carries the burden of the past on his shoulders. And this burden has to be removed. What we call the cognitive dissonance. This cognitive dissonance has to be removed by the governments. Now, what happened in this case, Ram Janmabhoomi, Krishna Janmabhoomi, even if you take the case of Benares, Varanasi, there is a masjid standing right behind the temple, and there is a case going on. And you tell the Hindus that there was no temple here. You tell the Hindus that Ram did not exist at all. And for centuries, the Hindus have been believing in Ram. This cognitive dissonance has to be removed by some government or the other. The Congress government could have done it. Who prevented the Congress government from doing it?
My final question then to you is constitutional secularism as we understood it over now. That you're saying you are, because of failings or of the past or mistakes of the past, this is a correction, a course correction that India is going through. Many will say this is trying to create a new republic in a way which starts on January 22nd, 2024, a more Hindutva republic, an assertion, as you called it, of Hindu pride in a way after decades. Is that how I should see it, and the burial of constitutional or Nehruvian secularism?
No, there is nothing called Nehruvian secularism. Constitution does not say or define the word secularism at all. It was only in 1975 that the word secularism was introduced in the Constitution in the first place. That means from 1950 to 1975 we were not secular. The Constitution was not secular. Secularism is, the country becomes secular only when the Constitution says we are secular. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was party to the Constitution in 1950, was not secular person or what? Ramanor Lohia was not secular. Lal Krishna Advani was not secular. Who was not secular in 1950 till 1975? Mrs. Indira Gandhi, who was born before 1975, was also secular. The word secularism has been misunderstood in this country. Secularism is not keeping away from religion. Secularism is treating all kinds of faith in the same manner, and government not dictating what it is. India has never had a theocracy in thousands of years. In thousands of years, we have never had a theocracy.
So how will
not having theocracy is secularism?
So how will today change, in your view, India's polity, if at all? How will it change at all? Because the fact is there are other serious challenges this country faces, Mr. Chari, and many will say that those challenges will be forgotten because people are being driven by the emotional energy being put into this Ram Mandir. Jobs, inflation, unemployment, these are the real issues of our times, agrarian distress. Should we be focusing on those, or as you're calling it, the emotional energy now of Hindu assertion?
No, this emotional energy, if it has two parts. Number one, it is a domestic energy which will now be channelized for constructive purposes, for positive purposes and everything else. But at the same time, don't remember, this today, if you see the celebration, it was not just India which celebrated. Entire Hindu world celebrated it. Hindus in America, Canada, Bali, Trinidad, Tobago, and so many countries, they celebrated this. Are they part of India? No. Civilizationally, they have some linkages with India. Therefore, if you look at all these things, the stature of India and India's foreign policy based on soft power diplomacy also will change. And that is the strength of India. India has never used its hard power, except probably for two occasions. Once was in the case of Sri Lanka, LTT thing and all that, and another was as far as 1971 Bangladesh was concerned. And remember, in both the cases, it was not a BJP government at the center; it was a Congress government at the center. But then that was the strong power which was used, hard power which was used. Otherwise, India is known for soft power, and Ram Janmabhoomi Temple, Ram Temple, and in Ayodhya represents the soft power project of India.
Okay.
And let me tell you, India's significance and India's recognition as a serious country will go up multiple times from now onwards. Just mark my words.
Okay. We will mark your words, Mr. Chari. It's good to have you speaking on this issue. You've been very silent on it so far. But as you said, today is a very important day, particularly for those within the Sangh Parivar and, dare I say, the wider Hindutva Parivar.
I waited for this day, and I waited for you to invite me, Rajdeep.
Yes, you waited, but you waited for this day presumably from the 1980s when this movement first started off. So you've been involved right from the very start. Did you ever think this day would come?
I did Kar Seva twice, 1990 and 1991.
Did you ever think this day would come? Did you ever really think you would see the Ram Mandir?
I was 100% sure this day will come. Not only that, I am 100% sure some more days are yet to come.